Good morning, students. In the last session, we read the number two poem, that is an elementary school classroom in a slum from our book Flamingo. And today we are going to read the second half of the same poem. The poem was actually written by Stephen Spender, who visited an elementary school which was located in a slum area, and he was shocked and surprised to notice that there was a lot of class inequalities that he noticed in this school, because these schools and the children, they were being neglected by the society, and they were not getting proper education. They were not being provided any good facilities by the government, by the authorities. And he also noticed that there was social injustice in this world, because these people, they are neglected, they are deprived of the basic amenities which are given to most of the people in this world, but still the poverty stricken people, they are being ignored, and they were not getting everything that they deserve. Now the third paragraph tells us, surely Shakespeare, this is page number 93, poem number 2, an elementary school classroom in a slum, written by Stephen Spender, third paragraph on page number 93. Surely Shakespeare is wicked. Now sh sound is coming again and again. It means that there is alliteration, because sh sound is being repeated. Surely Shakespeare, sh sound is being repeated here. Why he has written this line? Because he wants to tell us, because Stephen Spender wanted us to notice that surely Shakespeare is wicked. What is the meaning of wicked? Wicked means cruel. Now he is a bad example. According to Stephen Spender, he wants to tell us that Shakespeare is not a good example to be given to these children. Why? Because, or why he was bad. Wicked here means bad or cruel example. Why he was a bad example? Because these children, they don't know anything about Shakespeare. Because Shakespeare generally, he is a literary figure. He has written so many things. He actually represent English literature. But these children who are deprived of basic amenities, who are not getting proper education, who are studying in a school which is being neglected by the authorities, which is not being painted in a good way, and the bad smell was coming out of the paint. These children, they don't know anything about Shakespeare, and to tell them that Shakespeare was such a literary figure, it is actually injustice, because they don't know anything about him, because they don't get proper education. So how they could know anything about Shakespeare, who was representing education or literacy? So surely Shakespeare is wicked here, because it is not a good example to be given to the, so to have that Shakespeare's head hanging on the wall is bad example. The map, a bad example, he says. Then he says the map is also not a good example. Why? Because the children, they are studying in a school, and their life was limited, their world was limited to whatever they could see through the windows. And to have a big map which was telling them that there were so many natural beauties lying in this world, in bounty they could see rivers, capes, mountains, valleys, but they don't know anything, because they never got a chance, they never had the opportunity to go out and see all these things. So the map was also a bad example for these children, because they don't have any relationship with map, with this world that was being shown through this map, because their world was limited, with ship and sun and love tempting them to steal. Means this is also a very bad example, that if these people, when they were being shown the map which was painted on the wall, or maybe a map was hanging on the wall, this was a bad example, because this world, this map was showing them so many things, like ships, like sun, like love. All these things are not going to motivate these children. They can only be tempted. What is the meaning of tempting? Tempting means they would get allured, ALLURED. Allured means they would get attracted. To steal means they will never get motivated to achieve these things. They would try to become thieves, they would try to rob, they would try to steal ships. Sun or love, if you are going to show them love, if you are going to show them sun, and if you will tell that this world is full of ships and so many other natural beauties, they would never get, you can say, motivated to achieve all these things. They would get tempted means they would get attracted to steal only. For lives that slyly turn in their cramped holes from fog to endless night. Now, this line is very important. For lives that slyly turn. What is the meaning of slyly? Slyly means secretly. Means these children are again compared to rats here. Because what is written here, that these people, these children, they are slyly, they are secretly living inside the cramped holes. What is the meaning of cramped? Cramped means narrow. And who generally lives inside cramped holes? Rats or mouse. So he says that these people, they are so timid, they are living a life deprived of any education or any amenity. That is why they are secretly living inside their cramped holes. Cramped holes here generally, he actually wanted to tell us, the writer wanted to tell us, that the houses of these children were compared here to cramped holes. Means their holes, means rats holes, are generally very cramped, they are narrow. In the same way, the houses of these children, they are also cramped, they are also very narrow, and they don't have ample space to live. From fog to endless night. Now this is very important to understand, that the life of these children, it starts from darkness and it ends with it. Because what is the meaning of fog here? Fog means the morning fog. Morning, the fog here represents morning. So the children who are living in these slums, their life starts with, you can say, vagueness, or maybe unclarity, or maybe fog. In their morning is also unclear, and they live to endless nights. Means they live a life that is hellish, because they don't have a clear image, clear vision of their future, because they are living in uncertainty, because their future is unclear. So their life starts from fog and it ends with endless night, means darkness. Always there is darkness for them. There is no vision, there is no light, there is no ray of hope in the life of these people. On their slag heap. Now this is again very important. On their slag heap, please underline this word, slag heap. Slag heap again is a metaphor. Write it down in your books. This is a metaphor. Why? Because their bodies are so dirty that they are compared, the children's body is compared with slag heap, means with garbage heap. Slag here means garbage, heap means, you can say, pile. So their bodies are so bad, they are so dirty, that, or unhealthy, or maybe sick, that they are compared here with garbage heaps. That is why he has written on their slag heaps, means on the garbage dumps, or maybe on their bodies, because their bodies are so dirty, they look like slag heap, they look like garbage heap. These children wear skins peeped through by bones. Now these children, they are wearing skins, he says. Wearing skins means they have skins on their bones, but their bones are peeping through. Means they are so lean, they are so thin, they are so weak, that it seems as if their bones are looking out of their skin, out of their bodies. And spectacles of steel. Spectacles of steel here actually means that these children, they are having spectacles. Spectacles means they are having ऐनक जिसको हम बोलते हैं. So they are having some glasses on their eyes, on their faces, but this glass frame, or this frame of specs, that is made up of steel with mended glass. With mended glass here means because this they have got a glass, they have got a specs on their faces, but this specs is not owned, it is not, you can say, bought by them. They have got it from somewhere because it is a second hand steel frame. It is made up of steel, but it is thrown by some rich man, some rich person has thrown it, and now these discarded, these thrown steel specs frames, they are taken by these children with mended glass. Now this is again very important. With mended glass means, please underline mended. Mended means repaired. Now these children, they are having a frame, a glass frame on their face, ऐनक पहन रखी है उन्होंने, but this frame is actually thrown by somebody and the glass was broken. So what they have done, they have mended the glass, means they have repaired, they have readjusted the glass like bottle bits on stones, and their faces looks like stones, and it seems as if there is a bottle of glass which was broken, and these broken glasses were placed on some stone. So their faces are compared with stones, and the, you can say, the glass the parts of the glass which were the mended glass, it is compared here with like bottle bits. Now there are two different poetic devices. Like means it is a simile. Write it in your books. SIMILE. Whenever two things are compared with the use of like or as, it is always simile. And the writer has written bottle bits. B sound is being repeated here again and again, and it means this is alliteration also. So it is alliteration plus simile in a single line. With mended glass means with repaired glass, these children have got a spectacle or a specs on their face, but their faces are looking like stones, and it seems as if on a stone there are some, you can say, glass bottled pieces which were, you can say, spread everywhere. Bottle bits means the small pieces of bottle. All of their time and space are foggy slum. Again a very important line. All of their time and space are foggy slum. What is the meaning of foggy slum? Means their life is full of uncertainty, their life is full of darkness, there is no ray of hope in their lives. That is why it is written that their life, their space and time, means their time and their space, their life, their residences, their houses, their schools, they are full of fog. Fog means uncertainty, because their future is not clear and their future is full of darkness. They cannot make a plan, they cannot initiate anything, they don't have that feature of dreaming. Their power of dreaming has died. So blot their maps with slums as big as doom. Now, so blot their maps. Stephen Spender is trying to give a suggestion to the people. He says, so blot their maps, means so don't show them that map that was being, you can say, that was being painted on the wall, means the map that was hanging on the wall, it is a bad example for these children. So blot their maps. If you really want them to show the real world, which was their real world, so don't show them valleys, don't show them rivers, don't show them mountains, because their life is dirty, because their life is full of hunger and starvation and deprivation. So blot their maps with slums as big as doom. Don't show them a beautiful world. Their map should be blotted. Please underline this word, blot. Blot means dotted. It should be shown, it should be dotted, DOTTED, it should be dotted with slums as big as doom, as written here. And I have already told you that as and like, they shows simile. SIMILE. Again simile is used here because their slums, with slums as big as doom. As big as doom here means that please show them a world that is their world, and it should not be mistaken by anybody, because their world is full of deprivation, because their world is full of sufferings and hunger and starvation. So if you want to show them the world, please make big black spots on the map and show that these are the slum areas. Please show their slum areas on their maps, because their world is completely full of black spots of these slums only. Don't show any beauty or bounty of nature through this map. If you want to show them a map, please blot their maps, please dot their maps with slums as big as doom. Here means, please underline this word also, doom, DOOM. Doom means Qayamat ka din. Doom means the last, the end of the world, the, you can say, the disastrous day when this world is going to die forever. So he says, means if you want to show them, if you want to show something, show their slums and show them as big as death, because we cannot ignore death. We cannot deny that death is not going to come to us. It would come. We are going to die. So as death is a reality, in the same way these slums are one of the biggest realities in this world, and their maps should be shown with these big slums. The last paragraph now. Unless governor, inspector, visitor, this map becomes their window, and these windows that shut upon their lives like catacombs. Again, very important line. Unless means until and unless these people, governor or inspector or visitor. Now what he is doing, Stephen Spender is asking, he is making a request, he is appealing, he is making an appeal, APPEAL. He is urging, URGING. He is urging, he is asking, he is appealing the people or the government officials. He is asking the authorities. And who are these authorities? He is asking governor. He is, you can say, appealing. He is making a request to inspector, to governor, to visitor, that this map becomes their window, and these windows that shut upon their lives like catacombs. He's asking the people, like the inspector, the governor, the visitor, he is asking the authorities to come forward. He's asking them to come forward and help these poor children and give them a good life. They should be brought out of these slum areas, and they should be given some proper education and medical facilities by the government, by the authorities. And he says this map becomes their window, means these children should be given a life. This map here means a life full of opportunities. So he is asking the people that they should come forward and give these children a proper map. A proper map means a life full of opportunities. They should also be given a chance to live the life to the fullest. Becomes their window, and these windows that shut upon their lives. And please, he's asking these authorities to come forward and break these windows that shut upon their lives like catacombs, because these windows, these houses, these cramped holes in which they are living, these narrow streets where they are living, these slum areas, they are like catacombs. These schools are not schools, their houses are not houses, they are catacombs, according to Stephen Spender. Please underline this word, catacomb. Catacomb is a graveyard. Graveyard समझते हो, कब्रगाह. So he says that it is a graveyard, and he has written that their houses, their schools, they are like catacombs. Like is written here, it means again a simile. Wherever like or as would be written, it is a simile, because their life, their houses, their schools, they are compared here with catacombs. Catacombs means graveyards. कब्रों की तरह उनकी लाइफ है और उनके घर या स्कूल हैं. Break, oh break, open till they break the town. Now he's asking, he's urging the people, the governor, the inspector, the visitor to come forward, and he is asking them to break and break is written twice. It means repetition is used here. Repetition. Repetition is generally used to stress on a single idea. And here Stephen Spender was asking very, you can say, affectionately, very sincerely, with so much attention. He is asking the people to come forward and break these windows, or break these shackles, or break these bondages in which these children are living. He is asking the people to come forward, break, oh break, open till they break the town, till the point when these children would come out of the town. Get them a life full of, you can say, amenities, full of facilities, and give them a life out of these towns, out of these slum areas, till they go to the town, and show the children to green fields. And not only show them the town area, but show them the green fields also, and make their world run as your means. Give them an opportunity to go and have a good life, to enjoy their life, because they are going through their childhood, and childhood should be celebrated, it should be enjoyed by the children. And make their, sorry, and show the children to green fields. Green fields means give them an opportunity to go into the nature, let them enjoy natural beauty, and make their world run azure on gold sands. Make their world run azure. Please underline this word, azure, azure. Azure means clear blue sky. So give them a chance to go out and run under the blue sky. Azure means blue sky. Or not only under the blue sky, give them a chance to go on or run on gold sand. Sands means they should be given a chance not only to go into the valleys, but give them a chance to go and enjoy the deserts also. उनको मरुस्थल भी दिखाओ, उनको mountainous regions भी दिखाओ. Everything should be seen by their eyes, because then they would get a lot of experience. And let their tongues run naked into books. This is very important now. Let their tongues run naked into books. What is the meaning? Let these children go, become confident, get education, and then their tongues means they would be full of expression to speak. They would be able to speak in any language. They would be full of expression. They would be able to express their beliefs and their feelings. So let them come, let them give their expression, let them speak whatever they feel. And when they would be able to speak, run naked into books. Not only they would be able to express themselves, but they would run naked into books means they would be able to read any book, any language, because they would get confident, they would get educated. So educate them, let them go and enjoy the nature, and let them you can say, let them use their tongue to read whatever is written in books and get awakened. The white and green leaves open. Now he has written white and green leaves. Again, it is a metaphor. Why? Because green leaves, how he would be able to read the green leaves? Or white, what is the meaning of white and green leaves? White here represent the books, the notebooks, the white pages are represented by white. And what is the meaning of green leaves? Means they should be able to enjoy nature also. So give them a chance not only to get education through these white pages of the books, but at the same time they should be given a chance to go out and enjoy natural beauty. Green leaves open. History, this line is very, very important to understand. What is the meaning? History, theirs whose language is the sun, here means that history, please write it somewhere, because this is very important to understand. Because in CBSE you can get a 3 marks question on this. You need to elaborate the meaning of history, theirs whose language is the sun. What is the meaning of this line? That history can be created only by those countries and nations where the children and the people, they will get proper education, liberty, their expression. And because when the children, they would get proper education, they would have that, you can say, strength in their language, when they would be given a chance to express themselves, that country would create history. So he actually wanted to tell us, Stephen Spender wanted to tell us that these children should be given an opportunity to get education and enjoy their lives among nature. And he says that history theirs means history can be created only by those nations or countries or the people who would give proper chance to their children to grow. When the children of a country, they would get education, they would get a chance to grow, their countries would create histories and they would get developed. And please underline these two words here. Number one here is language, and number two is sun. Now here in this line, please underline this word sun, because sun represents, write it in your books only, that sun here represents power, sun represents warmth, sun represents courage, hope, confidence, everything that is positive. Means all the things which are positive in this world, that are shown and represented by sun. So sun is the symbol of warmth, sun is the symbol of courage, sun is the symbol of prosperity and wealth. So these children can do anything. The history can be created by those countries where the language, where the children would be able to express themselves freely. I hope you will have get some idea about this poem, and this is the end of the poem. In the next session we'll get some question answers, we'll discuss them, and some text will be provided to you. Till then, take care of yourself. Thank you. Stay home, stay back home, stay safe.